This is 20 minutes of real English practice for meeting new people. The conversations that happen at parties, work events, and anywhere you encounter someone for the first time. 100 milliseconds is all it takes to form a first impression, which is faster than you can blink. Princeton researchers confirmed that people make up to 11 assumptions about you within the first 7 seconds of meeting. And here's what that means for English learners. 55% of that impression comes from body language, 38% from tone of voice, and only 7% from the actual words you say. That sounds discouraging until you realize what it actually means. Perfect vocabulary matters less than confident delivery. Today, we're covering introductions, small talk, keeping conversations going, and handling those moments when things get awkward. By the end of this, meeting someone new in English will feel much less stressful. Let's start with saying hello. Matching your language to the situation is the first skill to master. Formal situations need formal phrases. Casual situations need casual phrases. And using the wrong register makes native speakers uncomfortable even when your grammar is flawless. Formal introductions come first because these work for business meetings, professional events, and meeting anyone senior to you. Repeat after me. Good morning. My name is Anna. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm David from marketing. How do you do? I'm Sarah. It's a pleasure to meet you. Neutral introductions cover most everyday situations where you're meeting equals. Hello, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Maria. What's your name? Pleased to meet you. Informal introductions work best at parties and casual settings. Hi, I'm Jake. Hey, I'm Lisa. What's your name? Good to meet you. The differences matter here. Formal language uses full sentences and phrases like allow me and it's a pleasure. Neutral relies on nice to meet you and informal uses. Hey with shorter phrases like good to meet you. Responding to any introduction follows a simple pattern. When someone says nice to meet you, the reply is nice to meet you too, or simply you too. Listen to this complete exchange first, then we'll practice together. Person A, hi, I'm Emma. Person B, hi Emma, I'm Tom, nice to meet you. Person A, nice to meet you too. How do you know Sarah? Person B, we work together. What about you? Person A, we went to university together. Now repeat each line. Hi, I'm Emma. Hi Emma, I'm Tom, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. How do you know Sarah? We work together. What about you? We went to university together. Notice how someone asked a question after the introduction to keep things moving. And that's exactly what we'll practice more of later. Introducing two people who don't know each other requires different phrases depending on the formality level. Formal situations sound like this. Let me introduce my colleague, James. I'd like you to meet our manager, Dr. Wilson. May I introduce my associate, Sarah Chen? Casual situations keep things much simpler. This is my friend, Mark. Have you two met? Tom, this is Lisa. Lisa, Tom. Adding a helpful detail when introducing people makes the following conversation easier for everyone. Rather than just, this is Mark, try this is Mark, he's the one I told you about who climbed Everest. Now, Lisa has something to ask about. Listen to this casual introduction scenario. Person A. Hey, have you two met? Person B. I don't think so. Person A. Tom, this is my friend Lisa. She just moved here from London. Lisa, this is Tom. We work together. Tom. Nice to meet you, Lisa. How are you finding it here so far? Lisa. It's great. Still getting used to it, though. Practice the key phrases now. Have you two met? This is my friend Lisa. She just moved here from London. Nice to meet you. How are you finding it here so far? It's great. Still getting used to it, though. Finding something to talk about after introductions is where many English learners feel stuck. Harvard Career Services recommends something called the Ford Method, where the letters stand for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. These four topics work in almost any situation because they're personal without being too personal. F covers family, and you might ask, do you have any siblings? How is your family? You have kids. O covers occupation, and the classic question sounds like, what do you do? A softer version that works even for people who aren't currently working goes like this. What's keeping you busy these days? R stands for recreation, meaning hobbies and free time. What do you like to do for fun? Have you been on any trips lately? Do you follow any sports? D represents dreams and aspirations. Is there somewhere you've always wanted to visit? What's on your bucket list? Listen to Ford in action during this conversation. Person A. So, what do you do? Person B. I'm a software developer. What about you? Person A. I work in education. Do you enjoy it? Person B. Most of the time, yes. The problem-solving part is fun. Person A. That makes sense. What do you like to do when you're not working? Person B. I've been getting into hiking lately. There are some great trails near here. Person A. Oh, really? I'd love to hear more about that. Repeat the key phrases now. So, what do you do? I'm a software developer. What about you? Do you enjoy it? What do you like to do when you're not working? I've been getting into hiking lately. I'd love to hear more about that. Knowing what to avoid matters just as much as knowing what to discuss. Stay away from politics, religion, money and salary, someone's age, personal appearance, relationship status, and health issues when talking to strangers. Questions that seem normal in other cultures can cross lines in English-speaking countries. Asking, why aren't you married? Or, how much do you earn? Shifts from curiosity to intrusive territory quickly. A safe rule works like this. If the topic could start an argument or make someone uncomfortable, save it for closer friends. Weather, on the other hand, remains universally safe. British people especially love discussing it. Isn't it beautiful today? The weather's been crazy lately, hasn't it? I can't believe how cold it is. Other safe topics include recent films or TV shows, travel plans, the local area, food, and weekend plans. Practice some safe small talk by repeating after me. Have you seen anything good on TV lately? Any plans for the weekend? Have you tried that new restaurant downtown? How long have you lived in this area? The questions you ask often determine whether a conversation feels awkward or flows naturally. Closed questions invite one-word answers, so, did you enjoy your vacation? Typically gets yes or no. Open questions invite longer responses, which means, what was your vacation like gets a story. Converting closed questions to open ones works like this. Did you have a good day? Becomes, how was your day? Did you like the movie? Becomes, what did you think of the movie? Was the hotel nice? Becomes, how was the hotel? Do you like your job? Becomes, how do you feel about your job? Questions starting with what, how, why, where, and when generally keep conversations flowing smoothly. Follow-up questions represent the most powerful technique available. When someone mentions something interesting, asking about it shows genuine interest. Someone saying, I went hiking last weekend, opens the door to several follow-ups. Where did you go? How often do you go hiking? What got you into hiking? Harvard research found that people who ask more follow-up questions consistently receive higher likability ratings because these questions signal listening, understanding, and care. Practice follow-up questions with these statements. Statement, I just got back from Japan. Follow up. How was it? What was the highlight? Statement, I've been learning to play guitar. Follow up. That's great. How long have you been playing? Statement, I'm thinking about changing jobs. Follow up. What kind of work are you looking for? Listen to follow-up questions in this conversation. Person A, I just got back from 2 weeks in Portugal. Person B, oh, that sounds amazing. What was the highlight? Person A, probably the food. We ate so well. Person B, I love Portuguese food. Did you have any pastel de nata? Person A, so many, they're addictive. Person B, they really are. Where else did you visit while you were there? Repeat after me. That sounds amazing. What was the highlight? I love Portuguese food. Where else did you visit while you were there? Asking questions covers one half of good conversation, and showing you're listening covers the other half. Active listening phrases tell the other person you're engaged, and here are the most useful ones. Really? That sounds interesting. Tell me more about that. I can imagine. What happened next? I'd love to hear more. These short phrases accomplish a lot. They encourage the other person to keep talking while showing you're paying attention. University of Chicago research found that conversations work best when one person talks about 43% of the time and listens 57%. Listen more than you speak, essentially. Practice using these phrases during this exchange. Person A, so I ended up getting completely lost in Tokyo. Person B, oh no, what happened? Person A, I couldn't read any of the signs and my phone died. Person B, that sounds stressful. Person A, it was, but then this elderly woman noticed I was confused and walked me all the way to my hotel. Person B, that's so kind. I love stories like that. Practice the listening responses now. Oh no, what happened? That sounds stressful. That's so kind. I love stories like that. Native speakers don't produce perfect, complete sentences without pause. They hesitate, they stop, and they use filler words. Learning to do this naturally makes your English sound more authentic. Common sound fillers include uh, and hmm. Phrase fillers give you even more thinking time. Well, let me think. That's a good question. It depends. How shall I put it? What I'm trying to say is, using these sparingly and varying them makes the difference between sounding unprepared and sounding thoughtful. Constant sounds nervous, but that's a good question. Let me think. Sounds considered. Practice these phrases by repeating after me. That's a good question. Let me think. Well, it depends on the situation. Hmm, how shall I put it? What I'm trying to say is, English-speaking countries share a language but operate with different social norms, and understanding these helps you adapt quickly. American greetings come across as warm and enthusiastic, with first names used quickly even in professional settings. How are you? Functions as a greeting rather than a real question, meaning the expected answer is fine, thanks, or good, how are you, rather than a detailed health report. British interactions tend toward more reserve. All right works as both hello and how are you, with the correct response being simply all right, accompanied by a nod. How do you do? Sounds very formal and gets answered by repeating how do you do back. British ears find lovely more sincere than nice. Australian culture keeps everything casual, with first names used immediately and titles rarely heard. While G'day mate carries iconic status, foreigners using it can come across as patronizing. Hello or hi works better initially. Handshakes across all three cultures should be firm and brief with eye contact maintained. Personal space means approximately arm's length distance. Practice greetings for each culture. American style. Hey, great to meet you. I'm Mike. British style. Hello, I'm Michael. Lovely to meet you. Australian style. Hi, I'm Mike. Good to meet you. Knowing how to leave a conversation carries as much importance as knowing how to start one. Harvard research discovered that only 2% of conversations end when both people actually want them to end, with people's desired conversation length differing from actual by about 50%. Leaving people wanting more beats over staying you're welcome. Ending a conversation starts with a pre-closing signal before the actual goodbye. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you. I should probably get going. I have a meeting soon. I won't take up any more of your time. Anyway, I'd better let you go. Offering a future connection comes next if you want to maintain contact. Let's do this again soon. It was great meeting you. Maybe we could grab coffee sometime? We should stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? The goodbye wraps everything up. Take care. Nice talking to you. See you around. Listen to this complete exit conversation. Person A. Well, it's been really nice talking to you. Person B. You too. I've enjoyed this. Person A. I should probably find my friend, but let's stay in touch. Person B. Definitely. What's the best way to reach you? Person A. Here's my number. I'll text you so you have mine. Person B. Perfect. It was great meeting you. Person A. You too. Take care. Person B. Bye. Repeat the key phrases now. Well, it's been really nice talking to you. I should probably find my friend, but let's stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? Here's my number. I'll text you so you have mine. It was great meeting you. Take care. Forgetting names, mishearing things, and experiencing awkward silences happen to native speakers constantly. Having recovery phrases ready makes these moments far less stressful. Forgetting someone's name happens so frequently that scientists gave it a name: the Baker/Baker paradox. Names lack the mental hooks that other words carry, which explains why they slip away so easily. Asking early beats, faking it repeatedly. I'm so sorry, remind me of your name? Forgive me, I'm blanking on your name. What was your name again? I'm terrible with names. Polite phrases help when you don't hear or understand something. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again? Could you speak a little slower, please? I'm not sure I understand. How do you mean? Non-native speakers can use this specifically. English is my second language. Could you explain that differently? Awkward silences feel longer than they actually last, and research shows what seems like an eternity usually measures just 5 to 7 seconds. Recovery strategies include referring back to something mentioned earlier. You mentioned you like hiking. Tell me more about that. Asking an open question. What's been the highlight of your week? Sharing something yourself. That reminds me of something interesting that happened last week. Practice these recovery phrases. I'm so sorry. Remind me of your name? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you speak a little slower, please? You mentioned earlier that. Tell me more about that. Everything comes together in these three complete scenarios. Scenario 1. Meeting at a party. Emma. Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Emma. Tom. Hey, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. Emma, you too. How do you know Sarah? Tom, we work together at the marketing agency. What about you? Emma, we went to university together back in Manchester. Tom, oh, cool. What did you study? Emma, English literature. What about you? Are you from around here? Tom, originally from Leeds, but I've been here about 5 years now. Emma, how are you finding it? Tom, I love it. Took a while to adjust, but it feels like home now. Emma, that's great to hear. Repeat the key exchanges. I don't think we've met. I'm Emma. How do you know Sarah? We work together at the marketing agency. What about you? Are you from around here? How are you finding it? Scenario 2. Meeting a colleague's friend. Anna, Tom, have you met my friend Lisa? Tom, I don't think so. Anna, Lisa, this is Tom. We work together. Tom, Lisa just moved here from Australia. Tom, nice to meet you, Lisa. How are you finding it so far? Lisa, good. The weather's been a shock, though. Tom, ha, yeah, it takes some getting used to. What brought you here? Lisa, work mainly. I got transferred about 2 months ago. Tom, that's exciting. Are you settling in okay? Lisa, slowly but surely. Still trying to figure out where everything is. Tom, I remember that feeling. If you need any recommendations, just ask. Lisa, thanks. I appreciate that. Repeat the key phrases. Have you met my friend Lisa? How are you finding it so far? What brought you here? Are you settling in okay? If you need any recommendations, just ask. Scenario 3. Recovering from forgetting a name. Person A. Hi, good to see you again. Person B. You too, how have you been? Person A. Great, thanks. Listen, I'm so sorry, but I'm blanking on your name. Person B. Oh, no worries at all. I'm David. Person A. David, of course, I'm terrible with names. So, how's the new job going? Person B. It's going well, busy, but in a good way. Repeat the recovery phrases. I'm so sorry, but I'm blanking on your name. No worries at all. I'm David. David, of course. I'm terrible with names.
The most useful phrases from today deserve one final review. Introducing yourself. Hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Starting conversations. How do you know? What do you do? What's keeping you busy these days? Keeping conversations going. Tell me more about that. What was that like? How did that happen? Showing you're listening. That sounds interesting. Really? I can imagine. Buying time to think. That's a good question. Let me think. Ending conversations. It's been lovely talking to you. Let's stay in touch. Take care. Recovering from the stakes. I'm sorry, remind me of your name? Could you say that again? Conclusion. Today's practice covered introductions at different formality levels, the Ford method for finding conversation topics, open questions and follow-up questions for keeping things flowing, active listening phrases, cultural differences across American, British, and Australian English, graceful conversation exits, and recovery phrases for those awkward moments everyone experiences. Research points to one consistent finding. People who ask more questions, especially follow-up questions, receive higher likability ratings across the board. Simply saying, "Tell me more," or "What was that like?" creates a bigger impact than perfect grammar ever could. Studies also reveal that people systematically underestimate how positive conversations with strangers will feel, meaning the anticipation creates more stress than the reality. Practice these phrases, then go use them in the real world. Every conversation gets easier than the last. Thanks for practicing with me today. See you in the next episode.